We're ready. We're drinking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's good.
I suppose I'm ready.
Every time.
Oh man. I am really fucking important. Welcome to the Dishmaster.com. So does this mean we've started recording? That was the intro, right?
I see red.
Rob? Thank you for confirming. All right, so I'm here with my new sidekick, my guest star, Aaron Barnhart.
Yeah, Cabana Boy.
Aaron has kindly agreed to fill in for Miss T Money, who had to do something.
T, love her.
She's very hot and sexy.
She's amazing.
She is wonderful, but could not make it this weekend, and so she's fired. Fuck her, right? How dare she? So I've got a very tall, sexy man beside me, right, Aaron?
That's right.
How tall are you? 6'4"?
6'4".
Man, that is hot. Height gives you like a immediate hotness advantage, right? Like you curve upward at least 3 points automatically from height.
You don't hear a lot of women saying, I want that 4'3".
That short guy.
Maybe if you're like Game of Thrones in it or something. But.
Huh. Yeah. I fucking love Peter Dinklage.
He's right. He's on the cover of Rolling
Listen
Stone
to me.
right
I
now.
am really glad you brought that up because I have had a crush on Peter Dinklage for a really long time.
He's a badass.
And I was afraid to say it. I thought, is it weird that I have a crush on him? He's a little person. Maybe I shouldn't. Huh?
That's him, the little person?
The little person.
Have
yeah,
you seen
yeah.
Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I have.
That's our third guy in the room, Hewan. We're much more lax this podcast. This is our fourth one. Let me just explain why we're more relaxed. Because I did 3, and I kept getting feedback from the 6 people who listen who told me things like, stop cursing. And I thought, fuck off. I can't be reined in. I mean, this is gold. Yeah.
Wild stallion.
I mean, you listen to enough criticism and then you're completely fucking caged and you can't figure out where to go and fuck it.
No.
I'll listen to myself. I am a genius after all. I'm the fucking Dishmaster.
You got headphones on.
But anyway, the point of that story is I really am attracted to Peter Dinklage. He is hot. And I think that I think that should be marketed even more. Like, here's a little person that women want to fuck.
Cover of Rolling Stone.
You're right. No, you're right.
Right
he
now.
was in GQ too. What am I saying? I mean, he's on the fuck list, the national fuck list.
He's bringing it back.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, you're totally right. So, aside from Peter Dinklage, we have a lot to talk about today.
Yes.
We've got some TV news, some reality television, and if you're a fan of my podcast, you're one of the 6 people who listen, I think you know what show I'm going to talk about. We have a little some politics to talk about, some celebrity scandals, which involve some nudity, some nudity and some gay massaging. And then we have some music news. All right, so first on the list is, of course, top of the show, The Voice. Oh, sorry. Wait, should we do that again? So fucking... I don't understand.
Too late.
Oh, man. I don't understand the drum roll at all. Like, when do you start to talk? Like,
Usually after.
wait, so do I wait until the drum roll's completely finished and then I just start?
Yeah, it's a little simple.
Okay, we'll do it later. We'll do it for the next topic. Okay, so we did the drum roll. Okay.
The Voice.
The Voice. So, Aaron, I sent you a clip of the feud in question I'm about to talk about. So the gist. So one piece of criticism I did get was from my brother, who said, "Give your point first, and then describe it after that." Okay. So here's my point. Christina Aguilera is fucking horrible, right? I mean, she is just.
That's the point.
That is the point.
That's the point.
That is the point of the story. So basically, here's what happened. So it was all over the news. So Radar Online, earlier in the day, before the feud actually happened, says Christina Aguilera and Adam Levine have been fighting backstage because Adam Levine is going to sing 99 Problems, but a bitch ain't one. And Christina Aguilera assumes it's directed toward her. Why? Why would she assume that? Guilty conscience? Because she's a bitch? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, what? So anyway, so they have a fight backstage. So then she Adam decides to do it anyway. It's his contestant. That's, he picked the song for.
He's a cool musician too. I forget.
Yeah.
DeLuca?
Tony Luca.
Tony Luca. Yeah.
He's cool. He's a little boring. I think he's a little syrupy.
I wasn't enamored with that version.
I actually liked it, but because he held the word bitch, it kind of ruined it for me. If you can't say bitch on the air, then pick another song. It doesn't work.
Absolutely.
He kept going 99 problems, but ain't one. It's weird.
And he
right?
kind of choked it too, because he kind of half said it. He'd be like,
yeah,
it's I don't know
right.
what he was doing there.
It just didn't work.
No.
Anyway, so but I did like the version, but holding the word bitch was stupid. But anyway, so then so he sings it, and so at this point I'm not sure. I don't know if Radar Online's story is true.
Sure.
So they get to Christina Aguilera, who, she's sick. I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling well. Poor me. Everyone feels sorry for me. Anyway, so then she says, your beautiful wife and family is here. And they cut to the wife and family who's smiling. And they're not aware that they're about to get hit over the head with Christina Aguilera's 2x4.
BS.
Yeah. So then she says, your beautiful wife and family are here. I just think those lyrics were derogatory toward women. Okay, listen. Let's pause on that criticism for a second to even evaluate if it's true. Is Christina Aguilera not the person who wore a fucking thong and danced in that fucking dirty video in chaps?
Yeah.
And I'm dirty. I'm a big fucking whore. Oh my God.
She did the robot hooker thing after that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It was the robot hooker phase.
Excuse me, but dressing up like a whore and singing dirty is derogatory toward women. Like, who the fuck are you? I mean, it's ridiculous. And she's all like, women are so great. Didn't she also sing the song Fighter? If 99 Problems is derogatory toward women, then Fighter is derogatory toward men. It's all about how she got... Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that. I pay him for that job. It's fucking good. But seriously, I mean, she gets up there and sings about how she's been cheated on. Listen, 99 Problems But a Bitch Ain't One. Some women are bitches. That's just the facts. Some women are bitches. And this guy who wrote this is a Jay-Z song, right?
Yeah, but what I liked about it was that he described that the bitch wasn't a woman, it was a problem.
He did say, a bitch is not about a woman. It's about the man getting you down or anyone getting you down. Now, I don't care what he said about it because it's irrelevant. Because even if it is about a bitch, again, some women are bitches. Some men are assholes and cheaters.
And you don't call your family out in front of 20 million people. I think that's probably ultimately the end of that conversation.
Absolutely. She is just such a bitch.
I wouldn't do that in the confines when nobody was watching.
At
home I wouldn't do that.
Please. She's all fucking, I'm so all about women and empowerment and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, enough. You're fucking really slutty. We know it. Enough with your fucking, I'm all about women.
I liked it better when they didn't have more than one media outlet. Like, just sing.
Yeah,
and then I'll marginally ignore you.
Exactly.
But now I have to look at your face.
And you know what's funny about her, too? She, the contestant she's touting was that guy Chris Mann. And look, great voice, super fucking boring. Like, he's going to make it in the industry. And then she does this super, indulgent performance with Chris Mann where tits are hanging out and she's like fucking singing about
nursing him.
I don't even know.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. So exactly. So anyway, so she so then they cut to Adam Levine, who says, as you explain, it's not about women, blah blah blah. So then Christina Aguilera leans over and she goes, there's a lyric in there about a girl, Adam. It's obviously not true. And I felt like if I were Adam Levine, I would have been like, well, you're a bitch. Like, I don't understand why it matters. I mean, this is directed to you.
Do you think the producers push them into that?
No,
like they want
I don't think so. I don't think so. Everybody asks that. My experience with this is the producers actually really don't like when this shit happens. Really? It's my experience with it. Even though you think that it's good press, they really don't like it because it's backstage creates grievances. They complain to the producers, so-and-so's treating me like shit. And then there's also rumors that she's showing up late to the show and she's a total... And plus, everyone knows she's a bitch.
Diva.
So,
Diva.
man.
Diva.
And then, by the way, then you look at CeeLo, who to me looks stoned out of his fucking mind.
Think?
I mean, like he can barely open his eyes up there.
Think?
And CeeLo, I don't even think he knew a fight was going on. He's just sitting there fucking stoned.
He's got like cough syrup in his Mountain Dew. Just
yeah.
yeah.
And I read this quote from him, and he's like, I just want everyone to get along.
Right.
I just want to have a good show. Like, just get along.
Does
It's like,
that make me cry?
yeah. And by the way, CeeLo has no good advice to offer at all.
He's like, get freaky. Just get freaky.
Well, one thing that people don't really realize about this show is singers are not necessarily good A&R people. Or producers. So the fact that you have 4 singers on the panel, to me, indicates that none of these people are going to have a career outside of this show. Because they're basically picking everyone that's total shit. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I couldn't agree with you more. It's like, it's just, what's the end game with that?
Yeah. I went to a taping with my mom, and she turns to me and goes, my mom, she's so raw, my mom, she goes, what the fuck is this? I go, what do you mean?
Your mom's awesome.
I took her to the taping to do her to be nice, and I thought she'd really like it, and she goes, these people are horrible. She goes, they can't sing at all. What the fuck is this? The show is horrible. And then this girl performs for Christina, and Christina's about to choose whether she wants her. And my mom goes, oh, this is someone she would like. She's just like her, dancing around that stage like a slut. Of course she's going to, you watch, here we go. She's going to love her. And then Christina later goes, I thought you were so amazing. My mom goes, of course she did. She's ridiculous. Let's get out of here. This is horrible.
That's why I like her. Let's leave. I don't think I could watch more than 10. It makes me angry, physically angry. Like, I'll watch it for 3 minutes and I'm done.
Totally ridiculous. Anyway, so that's pretty much the voice coverage I have. I think the show's over. This guy Jermaine won. Nice guy. He can sing. Not going to have a career outside of the voice. There's no way. They're not A&R people. They can't spot talent. They can't spot the X Factor, which is like. By the way, did you hear Britney Spears signed on for that? Hey. What do you mean? Fucking love Britney Spears. I'm not afraid to say that.
It'll make for good television.
I love her.
It'll make for good television.
Yeah, and her sitting next to Simon Cowell. And also, I don't know if Britney Spears can really talk.
Do you think she's got it together now? Is she better?
I think so. Her, yeah. I think she does. She still has the conservatorship, but I think that's just for legal reasons. But she... No, because...
She's fine.
No, because she... I think... my understanding is she can't get insured because of all the past situations. I don't know if that's true, so I'm not 100%, but I think that the conservatorship is because she needs insurance, and this is the way of not stirring the pot. You know what I'm saying?
The conservatorship, that's beyond me.
It's just basically someone's handling all her finances.
Okay, yeah. She's got like Arthur style, somebody watching over
her. Well, it was her dad, and now she's getting married, and it's her husband.
Oh yeah, that'll be
which is always a good sign.
That'll end in tears.
Yeah, where your husband's making all the decisions on your behalf.
I can't see this ending poorly at all.
Yeah, but I'm so excited because I just don't know if she can really form sentences and give direction.
They'll want to watch the train wreck. That's what we want from her.
But there's 2 people on there that are A&R people, so.
Is it?
It's L.A. Reid and Simon Cowell, so then you need a pretty face. Nicole Scherzinger was on there, but she got the shit can because she sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, she was so bad. I hated her. Man, she was very annoying.
Yeah.
And can't sing. Like, she can sing, but she's like singing about... She sang this song on the finale about the lyrics were... I'm more than just a pretty face, and I thought I'm gonna vomit. That is like the worst song. Like somebody wrote that for her and submitted it, and she thought, "Oh my god, that's such a good idea."
Yeah, that hurts me on multiple levels. That line. All
right, next on the list.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't even know if this one's worthy of a drum roll. Okay, this is where I talk. So the Desperate Housewives is ending on Sunday. Tomorrow.
After, 9 seasons?
Yeah. So listen to this. So I'm upset about that because I'm a big Desperate Housewives fan. I'm sure you don't watch. It's not your demographic, right, Aaron?
I actually did. I've watched it a few times.
Okay, so
I just got that joke grenade.
Okay, so Eva Longoria was on David Letterman. I think it was Letterman, and he says, "Are you upset? It's the show is ending." And she says, "Yeah." And he goes, well, "What'd you get the crew as a parting gift?" And she says, "We got them luggage." And we said, "Think of us in your travels."
No way.
Yes.
That actually happened.
Yes.
That is the douchiest thing that has ever been uttered.
Thank you. Thank you. I am so glad. I didn't even, let me just let the audience know, I didn't even prep Aaron for that topic. And his reaction is my reaction.
It's so tacky.
So tacky.
It just insults you. Makes you want to like
so insulting.
Flatten like tires. Like
I would rather have a Starbucks gift certificate for $5 than like a watch. Because now I've got this luggage in my closet that I'm not going to fucking use because luggage is so particular anyway.
Yeah. Oh.
And then it's like, then you got to go around to all your friends and be like, "Hey, I got this fucking terrible luggage. Like, do you want it?" I mean, it's just awful. It's like getting someone bath salts. Why don't they just get them bath salts?
Well, those chicks are used to baggage.
So awful.
I got this luggage that I can't afford to use because I lost my job.
Well, then they... Letterman asked her, I think, don't quote me that it's Letterman, but he asked her about the Terry. So apparently Terry Hatcher's name wasn't on the luggage card. Oh my God. So he said, is there a feud that you didn't put Terry Hatcher's name on there? And I thought there might be a feud because Terry Hatcher said, "I'm going to give them something separate because your luggage idea is shit."
Yeah,
I mean,
good for her.
Yeah.
Yay, Terry.
Oh yeah, and then he says, she goes, "Oh no, there's no feud. We all like each other." It was clearly a lie. And then he says, "Well, there was the Nicolette Sheridan situation, which is Nicolette Sheridan sued Mark Cherry, the creator of Desperate Housewives, for allegedly slapping her in the face and then firing her."
Ooh.
So then Eva says, "Oh, I forgot that one." And I thought, you are such a bitch. First of all, we don't know that didn't happen. It's very possible he fucking slapped her in the face and then fired her because she was like her option wasn't picked up for the next season, which basically means she was fired.
Yeah.
And then she said it was because she complained to HR that she got slapped in the face. And Mark Cherry said,
Sting.
"I only slapped her to reenact the scene. So I was trying to give her direction in her trailer. And I said, this is
and scene and smack.
This is how you do it." That would be great, by the way. If you're the creator of a show, you could just write shit in the script that you're going to act out later.
Enter director.
Yeah.
Punch his person in face.
Yeah, punch him in the groin. How about that? Because he's been a total fucking prick. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, I'm not a fan then. But just you had me at luggage.
Oh,
are you
thank
kidding
you.
me?
It's so
9
gross.
years of your life you dedicate to something.
Yeah.
To making it wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Yep.
Men and women who work very hard.
Well, Keanu Reeves
Silly.
got the crew of the Matrix motorcycles.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Because these guys work so hard. Good for Keanu.
Oh, yeah. Nice
just
guy,
needs some acting
motorcycles. He does need acting lessons.
You heard it here.
I
folks.
love him, though.
Johnny Mnemonic was genius.
He does the best. He does the best impersonation of something being plugged into his head of any other human being on the planet. That's his thing.
Yeah,
he's good at that.
I like him, and I could watch Speed 5 gazillion times.
I think I have.
I mean, that movie is just so good. In the end, when the fucking pole flies off and they're on top of each
Pop
other.
quiz, hot shot.
Yeah. And then there's a scene where he's got the fucking bulging bicep when he's on top of her.
Yeah. You had me a bulging.
Yeah. All right, next topic on the list. So, I get this wrong every fucking time. Oh my God. Did you read that Whitney Houston's family is doing a reality show about grieving her death?
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Do they give out luggage? That's so bad.
Oh, yeah. First, okay. Now, there's something so incredibly disturbing about,
Oh, man.
I know I don't even need to say why this is disturbing, but it really amazes me how the vultures descend when someone dies, because everyone knows, the family's getting a ton of offers for after the death. I mean, that's just the way it works because they're in the news and whatever. And then to agree is just weird, especially the daughter.
That's reality TV, though. It's going to keep getting so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, every time you think there's a level of this human condition that you can't get into,
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. It's
Beating
it's
homeless
bizarre.
people today.
Yeah, it's like what won't you do? I mean, it's just so awful. Aaron is laughing at himself. He can't stop. He can't stop.
It's the sound effects.
By the way, every time I send this podcast out to people, swear to God, first thing, who does the sound effects? I'm like, what about me, motherfuckers?
He's a genius.
And Rob's always so pleased with himself over there. Like,
It's all about timing.
oh,
He's
man.
got skills.
He does, for sure. But yeah, really disturbing, right? I mean,
Oh,
Michael Jackson
man.
does same thing.
And like, how
Super
many
weird.
episodes is this going to be? Like,
Is that really a
Hopefully,
relevant
like-
question? If it was 5, would it be better? Like, I don't even think there should be one.
yeah,
Super
true.
weird. You know what's weird though? Like, I have an existential question about this because I do like to watch that A&E rehab show, Intervention.
Right. Oh, I love Intervention.
I love it. Love
I
it.
fast forward. I don't like to really see if they get better. I just like to see.
Are
the
you
middle
fucking
part.
with me? You're going straight to hell. You don't want to see if they get better?
I just like the middle part.
What? You're a horrible person.
I love the middle part.
Oh my God.
When they're like on the street smoking meth at a shopping cart, like.
What? You are going straight to hell in a handbasket, my friend.
I'm kidding. I'm, just trying. I'm
man.
trying to be extreme. I'm just being extreme for the show.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you are. Let's hope so. Fuck.
Anyway, you were saying.
Anyway, so I like it. I like Intervention, but why is that any better than the Whitney Houston thing? These people are still preying on. I mean, is it just the way it's shot?
No, because they're helping them get through the process. There is a redemptive healing quality to it. Whereas we just watch the Houstons like.
Right. So you're saying the
If it
show
were-
has like a uplifting, but they're pitching this show as an uplifting message, grieving death, how you move on.
I don't know.
It feels wrong. I'm just asking why one is worse than the other.
Because it feels like that they're the ones that were seeking it out. The Houstons were looking for an opportunity to do it versus a show that kind of walked in on a process of
that's
healing.
an interesting distinction.
Right?
Maybe.
Because the producers of
What if the
Intervention-
cameras like popped into Whitney Houston's daughter's house and they were like, I know you don't want us here, but like we're doing an intervention about grieving someone's death. Would it be any less creepy? I don't know.
I would agree. I think so.
All right, maybe.
I don't know.
On
Hey.
Intervention, they're like always telling them that they're filming a documentary about methamphetamine use.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. They lied
Yeah.
to him there.
They
You
lied.
lie to the family.
lied.
So that pretense is gone in the Houstons. It totally seems like they're out to like cash in on this situation.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I will say though, it shocks me that Intervention gets legally cleared. I mean, these people are completely under the influence. They must tape that really early and get the clearance once they're sort of completely sober and able to sign. I'm not sure.
They
but
give them money.
That's
how
true.
you.
That's true.
That's how you do that. You're like, listen, you're recovering from heroin.
Major
You've got
revelation, yeah.
nothing. Yeah, here's $50,000.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
All right, next on the list, we've got some celebrity scandal news coming up. Is John Travolta
Oh.
commissioning
Oh.
massagers to whack him off? Can we just talk in general about whether you would want to go to a massage parlor and be whacked off? I'm just curious as a man. Like, is that something you could see yourself ever doing? I mean, I know you are married, blah, 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 but if you weren't, let's just say.
I would. It's too socially awkward. I have a hard enough time going to the chiropractor and not feeling weird. Like I want this random chick, just like, hey, what's up? Yeah, just grab hold of
But
my
when you
junk.
get a massage, do you get erect?
No.
Have you ever?
No.
Never?
Well, no, not fully. No, maybe a little.
Have you?
tingle.
You've had a chubber?
No, just a little movement there.
Huh?
But then you always quell it because you feel so bad. You're like, then you start thinking about, oh my god, if this chick sees that I have
That you have a hard on.
then that's just to me that would be so embarrassing.
Interesting.
But there's tons of cats who do not mind at all. There's a large percentage of the male population that is all about just cranking that out.
But when you turn over, I mean, this is so ridiculous. I'm asking this, but when you turn over, like, is your penis like a tent pole, or is it like it's like it's up against you, so maybe you can't even tell?
What?
Well, if it's
I can't tell if I have a hard on.
No, I mean,
what are you saying? I mean, it's not that bad in the south of the border. Jeez, I usually notice.
No, I meant the massager can't tell. Maybe.
Well, not if you were on your face. They'd get a little surprised towards when they flipped you over.
All right. Okay, so back to John Travolta. So the story goes that he goes to these massage parlors and he solicits getting, whacked off by the massager.
Let's say happy endings, because that's what
happy endings.
That's what they like to say.
He turns over, he grabs their dick, he wants his dick grabbed.
Happy ending.
Here's what I think about this. I've been hearing for a gazillion years, just through the grapevine, that John Travolta is a homosexual.
Really?
Yeah, but that being said, I hear this about almost every person in Hollywood. So I don't know.
Or that they're a Scientologist or both.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, or the wife and them swing and blah blah. Like,
right.
Like I've heard. For example, I've heard Tom Cruise is a homosexual from at least 5,000 people.
Yeah, that's another pretty
every
crazy
single
one.
time I hear it, I go, who'd you hear from? How do you know? What's the source? And I've never had a legitimate source ever.
But there's that urban legend thing that like a lot of male actors have to just get in the sexual favor train to get that role.
I heard that too.
I mean, you hear that all the time. That seems to
be
like a huge consensus amongst a lot of
people. Although I will say this, Tom Cruise to me doesn't read gay, but John Travolta reads so gay.
He flies like
He's got the gay face.
747s and he has like a hangar at his house.
That's true.
I mean, that's manly.
That's manly,
like,
but if you just look at sort of
Saturday Night Fever.
If we're
case closed.
Right.
I think we found our proof.
Clearly, we are stereotyping here at the Dishmaster. But can all my 6 fans not write me letters? No, but I look at him and I think he looks like a homosexual just by looking at him.
I didn't think that.
Really, I'll send you some pictures.
Okay,
where
you're probably right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it could be. But see, the thing is, TMZ released a bunch of pictures that were contradicting the dates that the massager said they massaged him. And when I read this story, I thought, this has to be true. This is what I thought.
Right.
And then I saw the TMZ pictures, and then I thought, no joke, I thought, the massager got the date wrong. That's just what I thought, because I just really believe it to be true. So then the massager comes out and says, I got the date wrong. Now, I'm not saying I'm right about this. I'm just saying I find it curious.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Wouldn't surprise me.
No, I mean, does anything in Hollywood surprise you?
No.
It's like politics.
Yeah,
it's
that's
true. The bar has been set so low.
You're absolutely right. Speaking of politics.
Yeah.
And the bar being set low. Next topic. All right. Job specialist, you're fired. Okay. John Edwards trial. All right.
Sleazy.
I'm really glad I have a man as my sidekick.
Sleazy.
Hang on, let me put my drink down. I'm really glad I have a man as my sidekick so I can throw out this question. Now, I think John Edwards is a huge douchebag. There's no doubt about it. And I think he's like really gross. Like I always thought he was gross, even when he was running and he had a squeaky clean image. That being said, here's my question. So we all know he cheated on his wife and he had a love child and his wife died of cancer. But I'm gonna.
What was that?
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask this question. Let's say, God forbid, you were in a relationship with somebody who is dying of cancer. No, not dying yet. You don't know yet. Sorry, got my timeline wrong. So you're in a relationship and the relationship is stale and you're unhappy. Okay. And as you know, in most unhappy relationships, it takes a really long time for you to pull the plug.
Sure.
Oh, God,
Always.
Wrong choice of words. Fuck. Okay, so...
Man.
Oh, man. God. Back in the day, this is just a side note, but I was president of my environmental club and I was giving a speech and I said, Matt, please don't laugh so hard in the background. And I was giving a speech and I said, I think we should kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And the whole fucking club was like, Oh my God. I was like, oh, fuck. Fuck that up. Okay, anyway, so back to John Edwards. So, John Edward. Okay, so you're in a relationship.
Right.
The relationship is stale. You're thinking to yourself, I have to get out of this. I'm miserable. When's the day? When's the day? Your wife comes home and says, "Hun, I have something to tell you. I have cancer. I might be dying. God forbid. This is all God forbid." Now, here's my question. I understand it's really shitty to cheat on your wife when she has cancer. However, what do you do as a man? You wanted to leave, and then your wife comes and says, "I'm dying of cancer." What do? You
do the right thing, and you don't have sex with other people while
so
your
you
wife
stay
is
married.
dying.
But what if she's dying for 10 years?
Then you wait 10 years.
You think you wait 10 years?
I'm not allowed to curse.
No, you can curse. No, go ahead and go ahead.
I most definitely would.
Really, you'd do it. Even if you weren't in love, even if it was stale, you'd wait the 10 years.
Or I think there's two good options there. Or you're honest and you break it off, you get divorced, and then you go have sex with all the,
I see your point. Your point is
break it off. Do the right thing either way. Like, just lie to her.
But then,
I can walk a mile in those shoes. Though.
Okay, but just to give the other side of, let's assume your intentions are pure and you want. Now, I know this sentence is so bad, but your intentions are pure and you want your wife to believe that you're still in a happy marriage. You want to cheat on her then, and ignorance is bliss.
Right.
And I'm gonna just lie to my wife and say I love her, and then I'm gonna get my rocks off on the side with crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't want to get caught.
That's the easiest thing to slip into.
I mean, I'm just wondering, because let's assume he never got caught and his wife never found out about it. Then it's fine. Ignorance is bliss. Is he a shithead?
No, but it eats at you. I know from personal experience that, like, when you cheat on somebody for an extended period of time, it just ruins your life because it's like you're always thinking about it. You're like,
yeah, but that eats at him. But what about her? Like, she doesn't know.
Right.
So he could have.
It's a good argument though, because are you doing it selfishly, like just to make yourself feel better, or
yes.
Not the sex part.
I mean, look, I think John Edwards is a huge piece of shit for sure. However, I just question what you do in the situation where your wife is dying of cancer and you wanted to end the marriage, and then you stay in the marriage. Eventually, in my opinion, if it's a 10-year-long battle, you're gonna stray and go fuck crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Although.
Is she alive still?
No, she died. She died.
That makes it even more douchey.
Yeah,
on his
totally.
part.
But you know what was cool about her though is that she did like a book tour bad mouthing him, which I thought, well, you know, if you're, we might
That's
as well.
classic.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I thought that was cool because you know, if you're cheated on, there's nothing better than having a public forum to bash your ex. You know, if I was cheated on, God forbid again, I would go. I'd go on every national television show and be like, "He's a fucking prick and he has a small penis." Why wouldn't I?
Yeah. Oprah calls you up and says, "Would you like to bash your cheating husband on our show?"
I'd be like, "Oprah, my cheating husband's dick is like 3 inches. I'm sorry, it's bad."
Let the games begin.
Yeah, but so anyway,
I can walk a mile in anybody's shoes.
Yeah, but what's funny about this story is I said to my dad, I go, you know, I go to my dad with, you know, for words of wisdom. He's always bothered when I ask him. I go, Dad, I said, why did John Edwards cheat with someone who's so unattractive?
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna cheat, you should cheat with like a hot chick, you know? Like, if I were cheated on and the chick I was cheated on with was like super ugly, I'd be super offended.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be hotter than me. But anyway, so my dad said, he goes, look, when you're married and the kinds of women who will fuck a married guy, your options are limited.
True.
So you're going to take what you can get, which is usually
bottom of the barrel.
Absolutely. Like, you're
convenience.
You're gonna get trashy crazy bitch, you know?
She was within a 30-foot radius.
Absolutely.
Of my junk.
Well, you know, what's funny about that John Edwards story is that, you know, the National Enquirer broke it, but apparently the New York Post had a blind item about it and they never exposed the names. And then after the National Enquirer broke it, they asked the New York Post, why didn't you say the names? You had the story before the Enquirer. And they said, well, here's how we got the story. One of our editors was at like some shindig, and Rael Hunter, crazy bitch, as I call her, walks up to the editor and says, out of nowhere, doesn't even know her, and says, God, I'm so stressed out. I'm fucking John Edwards and he's married and I just don't know if he's going to leave his wife, and then walks off.
What?
No joke.
Way to pick him, Johnny.
Oh, yeah. So the New York Post.
Pick him. You kidding?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the New York Post publishes it as a blind item because they'll get sued for defamation because they don't know if it's true. And that was it. And then the Inquirer exposed it. And so whatever. But man, that girl was fucking crazy. Totally crazy.
Oh, aren't they always?
Well, my favorite is Barbara. I love Barbara Walters. So on The View, she said Rael Hunter came to her house because she was courting her to be the first person to interview her. And Barbara Walters was like, she was very weird and crazy.
Barbara.
Oh man, I love Barbara Walters. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I think John Edwards is horrible, but I just wonder what you do in that situation. I mean, we know like he's on trial for funneling campaign funds to cover up his affair so he could like be president. And by the way, he thought that he would be on the Supreme Court.
Yeah,
like
I know.
if he didn't get the presidency, you get on the Supreme Court, which is like super narcissistic. I mean, come on. What's wrong with you? All right, speaking of narcissistic, next topic. Thank you. I'm going to do it right this time. Ready? Did you see Shakira's video, Addicted to Love?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the name of it? I think so. All right.
Soaked it in.
Oh, my God. So I sent this to you because I wanted you to get the fucking visual. And anyone listening, please Google Addicted to You, it's called, by Shakira. Okay. I'm going to go to a controversial place about Shakira. Aside from her being a narcissist and like having her ass on the entire video, like what is that video about besides her ass, right?
Her ass in different places. In the country.
Oh, my
in
God.
the bathtub.
Oh, man. It's crazy.
Roof.
Well, I saw, yeah, exactly. The bathtub, the roof, the fucking, here I am, here's my fucking ass. Here's my ass again in a different angle.
Well, she used to shake it all the time.
She did. Well, she had a video, She-Wolf video. I think the song was She-Wolf.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that video and feeling like I needed to cover my eyes because I felt so violated. It was so disgusting. And then I thought she's trying to copy Beyonce's Single Ladies video and the leotard.
Right.
But Beyonce's Single Ladies video was kind of funny. It wasn't just sexy. It was like so out there ridiculous that it was funny to me.
Right.
Shakira's She-Wolf video was like super disturbing. But anyway, back to Addicted to You. So, okay. I have a few things to say about Shakira. Are you ready? Please put your seatbelt on.
Please.
Okay. I think Shakira is trying to look white. Oh my God.
The sound effects don't agree.
Fuck you over
The
there.
sound of a Caucasian.
Okay. I think first of all, she's dyed her hair blonde.
Yeah.
She got a nose job, which she denies, but the Dishmaster thinks she had one. She lost a bunch of weight. And
Well, they all do that.
no,
You have
I
to do
understand.
that.
I understand, but her curves are gone, and so she looks like she's like completely denouncing her Hispanic roots. She had this like big fucking brown hair,
But
and
she's
she was
singing
like,
in Spanish.
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Are you saying you disagree?
I'm sorry. I thought I just that didn't go right for me.
Listen,
there. You're absolutely right.
Be supportive.
Aren't you supposed to agree with everything I say?
It's true though. There's not much culture there.
I hate all of you. No, I just don't like it. I don't like dyeing the hair. Like, look at J-Lo. She's so fucking like juicy and curvy, and like I just want to grab her big ass.
I
and
do
like,
too. Oh yeah.
She is fucking hot.
Hands across America.
Did you see her on American Idol dancing with her 25-year-old
Oh, yeah.
boyfriend? Oh my God. Okay, listen, let me just go on a J-Lo tangent for a second. We've all, maybe not you because you're a dude, but we've all been in relationships, and by we I mean like women, with men. You like when you're younger, you want like a strong, powerful man that's like successful and like knows his stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then you date that guy and you're like, man, you're fucking exhausting.
Yeah.
And then you want like fun, young, hot guy, and you just want to like be fucked by a young guy. Anyway, so...
Hey, sailor.
Okay, so J-Lo was with Mark Anthony, who was a super sort of type A guy, very successful, very famous. And I could just see that they would butt heads, you know? Because if you watch Que Viva, which is their show together that they're both judges on, you could see them fight, and they super, like, you could see, like, she's like, well, we need to think about blah, blah, blah. And he goes, who are you talking to here? Like, I don't already know that. And I just thought, man, you're annoying. So anyway, so she finds this young, hot, sweaty, yummy 25-year-old man. And they're dancing on the American Idol stage together. And then he grabs her ass, which I love because I can't figure out who I'm attracted to, whether it's J-Lo or him. I might swing both ways. So he grabs her ass, and then she, they have this look and they smile, whatever. And then she has this. But by the way, Christina Aguilera, that's how you wear a leotard, in case anyone is wondering. Oh my God, she looks so fucking spicy hot. So then he walks off. He walks like, backstage. What's it called when you're like on the far end of the stage?
The wings.
No, like not front of the stage, but like in the back.
Upstage.
Like upstage. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Upstage. So he walks upstage and she's downstage. And I figured that one out on my own. Thank you. Thank you. Really smart. Can put the pieces together. So, okay. So then he walks upstage, and then apparently she had glitter in her hair. So then he walks back up and he takes the glitter out of her hair, and then she turns around to say thank you. Not to say thank you. She's like, who's touching my hair? So she looks back and sees her man, and he's walking upstage, and she goes, he's so cute. And I just thought, yes, he is, But I did think every relationship I've ever been in, men hate to be called cute. And I thought, oh, that was a misfire, You don't like that, right? When women call you cute?
Yeah, I mean, not as
it's
a
like
rule.
sweet. It means sweet.
Yeah.
It means he's sweet.
Everything in context. If J-Lo said it to me.
Every single... Well, that's true.
She was like,
that's true.
Just go back to the pool house and dry off. And
yeah.
Like, okay. Thanks, mommy.
Every guy I've ever been with has been like, don't call me cute. And I'm like, you know what? Get a fucking grip, all right? You're lucky I call you anything, motherfucker. Kick you out of bed for that.
You're lucky I call you.
God. All right. Speaking of ass-tastic, did you see the Rihanna performance on SNL?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see her slapping her vagina during the entire performance?
Oh, it's her new thing. She was filmed. She got photos done like that.
Slapping her vagina?
No, she has this one, like, she had a 3 done, like, by, like, Mark Selinger, somebody huge photographer, like.
Terry Richardson, I think his name is.
And she was flicking a little bean on that one.
That
like,
is so.
Whoa, am I allowed to say that?
No, it's fine.
Disgusting.
This is podcast material.
I
mean, that's.
Yeah, it's the Dishmaster. No one cares here.
It draws a picture in the mind.
Look, she was actually like, when you, I mean, please Google this, but like when you grab your hands and like slap your vagina, like come fuck this or whatever.
Yeah, come
but
get
it was like multiple times. Like she was slapping her vagina over and over and over again. Like come fuck this. It's like, Rihanna, enough already. You're like a fucking whore. This is ridiculous.
What if her choreographer was like, yeah, just,
Then he needs to be fired.
Right.
That's
her responsibility.
Oh my God. It's not just that. She posts pictures all the time on Twitter of herself like naked and stuff. Like enough is enough. You're a narcissist.
Oh,
you know?
You think?
Look, certainly I stand in front of the mirror naked and look at myself and think, Dishmaster, you're fucking hot as shit. I do that. No, I think that all the time. I'm like, man, who wouldn't fuck this?
Confidence.
But, oh yeah, absolutely. Raging
Good in a
narcissist.
woman.
Do you call yourself the Dishmaster?
I do. Absolutely. Who wouldn't? But I don't post those pictures on Twitter, and I think that's the difference between me and Rihanna, and that's what makes me healthy, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I would say so. You're a well-adjusted human being.
I agree. Thank you. God. What? Hey. God.
Ooh.
Fuck. I'm taking my sweater off. I'm getting naked.
Oh, hey, we're about to have a Rihanna moment in
I didn't know it was going to be that
Speaking
kind of party.
Whore, no, look. Really gross, right? Like the narcissistic Twitter photos.
No.
Oh, my God. And then she had this like Twitter fight with Chris Brown where he like changed some lyrics to a song and said she's had everyone in the industry, indicating she as being a slut who's fucked everyone. And then everyone speculated he was referring to Rihanna, and then Rihanna unfollowed him on Twitter, and then he unfollowed her.
Was this like post abuse?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've been friends. They did a song together. But you know what? By the way, who like goes through all the Twitter followers to see that they've unfollowed each other, and then it becomes national teams.
They have teams of people who do this
all day long.
I don't
want to
meet any of these fucking people.
Oh my God!
I just cursed. I'm sorry.
All right, this is our final time. What minute are we on here?
We got 14 minutes.
All right, final topic, and I'm really, really glad we're saving this for last.
Kidding.
Man, what the fuck? All right. So, the Time magazine breastfeeding picture. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right.
I love it. I loved it.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Thank you, Time.
I have a lot to
Thank
say.
you.
I have a lot to say about this.
Okay.
And I'm not afraid to say it.
Do it.
Because I'm sure that what I'm saying is correct. Now, when you are someone's child, after a certain point, your actions go from being a mother-child relationship to being sexual. That's my opinion on this. Meaning, when you're a little kid and you're like 2 years old and your dad kisses you on the mouth, on the lips, oh, my baby, mwah, hi. By the time you're 6, that's sexual. You shouldn't be kissing your parent on the mouth.
Yes.
I don't like it.
Yes.
So, thank you. So, this breastfeeding picture, to me, is sexual. Meaning, there's a 6-year... Is he 6 or 4? I don't fucking care. Right. He's too old. When I saw it,
he's wearing, like, adult shoes and
absolutely.
stuff.
Absolutely.
He had, like, hiking shoes on.
Yeah, it might be your husband. No, I don't know. Seriously. He is... of the age that to me makes it sexual. He's sucking her tit. He's sucking his mother's tit. To me, that is like borderline molestation. Like, I'm not even joking. I think it's almost molestation. Now, okay. Going into the deeper sort of crux of this argument, I saw an interview with the mother where she said, you know what, it's not for everyone. People have been doing this for years, which, by the way, was the Alicia Silverstone argument when she fucking mouth-fed her child because she's a lunatic. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Whoa, that's a whole other hour-long
that
thing
was last week's podcast. But anyway, so she goes, you know what, it's not for everyone. People have been doing it for years. People, like, there were slaves for years. Yeah. Nobody does that shit anymore.
People in vans without windows do that shit for years.
Yeah. It's like you can't use tradition to justify an argument that is not justified.
No, absolutely.
I mean, what? No, not well. No, the tradition
not
is
in
not
this case at all.
Look, there are certain traditions that are bad, and this is one of them. I mean, first of all, I'm not even into this whole you should breastfeed your child argument. I think it's like obnoxious. Like, mind your own fucking business. What I do with my tits are my fucking business. Yeah. And if I don't want my baby sucking on my fucking nipple, then I don't want that. And by the way, I think it's kind of weird. I don't want my baby on my nipple. Like, it's weird to me. And I'm allowed to say that because it's my fucking boob.
Yeah.
Like, you do what you want with your fucking boob, and I'll do what I want with my boob. And also,
separation of boob and state.
Absolutely. And this, and also another argument to this is this mother,
It's true.
Oh man. Listen, this is a very serious discussion. Okay? This mother, I mean, her child is on the cover of a magazine. When he looks back,
absolutely.
There are
That's
pictures
disturbing.
of me.
That's
I said to my mother, I go, Mom, I don't like when these parents take pictures, let their kids run around naked on the beach. And my mom says, I know. I never let you do that. I never let you do that. When you were a kid, you never did that. You never ran around naked. I think it's horrible. You're absolutely right. It's horrible. So I go, thank you for saying that. I've got the greatest mom ever. So then one day I start looking through my pictures and I find one of me totally fucking naked with sunglasses on, posing naked. I go, Mom, what is this? Oh, that was one picture of you naked. Don't be ridiculous. And then I find like 10 more of me naked, and I'm like, Mom, I'm like 5. Oh. No, like, it was ridiculous. And she goes,
like,
listen.
17. It was really disturbing.
She goes, listen, honey, you never like to wear clothes, all right? You didn't like it, and I'm not going to fight with you. You don't want to wear clothes. You want to be naked, be naked. It's not my problem. I'm like, all right, Mom, whatever. But anyway, the point is this, all right? Here's the point. I'm not fucking on the cover of Time magazine sucking my mom's tit. That's weird and gross and disgusting.
Yeah.
And this woman who's like, it's arguable. Listen, not everything in life is arguable. Sometimes you are objectively incorrect.
That's true.
Thank you.
Yay.
I mean, the kid's like on a stool sucking her nipple.
But it was the look he was given too. Like he kind of got that it
Oh,
was like
yeah.
a little weird.
Totally weird.
Yeah, because he's all, I'm sucking on this, and there's a camera. Like,
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Jealous?
And then she goes, we're really,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was like the look, jealous.
Yeah. And then she goes, we're really into attachment parenting. And I'm like, you're psychotic. Like
Sleeping with the kid too.
Sleeping with him.
Sleeping with the kid. You got your own bed. It's
Oh
called
yeah.
a crib. Get
She's
up
gonna
in
go.
it.
She's
Get
gonna
up in
go.
it.
We like to spoon. It's not for everyone, but I like to spoon my son. Like, what's the problem? We spoon. Oh my god, who cares? Oh, so disgusting,
over there.
right? I mean, just gross. Ugh.
It was disturbing.
It really reminded me of the Elisa Silverstone thing where she chewed the food and spit it in her son's mouth, and then
This
she
I had
posted
not
it on
heard of.
YouTube. She chewed up her food, and then she took the chewed food from her mouth and spit it into her son's
He's
mouth.
like an infant.
Yes. And she goes, it's like a bird thing. That's what the birds do. And by the way, birds do that because they can't fucking hold the food in their fucking claw and give it to the other
Or use a
bird.
fork.
Fuck you, Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah.
Or use a fork. Like, really. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just grow my bush out and sit on rocks. How about that? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Because we're still in the fucking Stone Ages. We don't have forks and we don't have the ability to fucking shave our bushes. Why not? Like, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like, are we back in the fucking Stone Age? Because if we are, I'd like to know. I really would. I'd like to know because I would like to just figure out how I need to behave so I can just chew my food up and spit it
Yes.
into my child's
Yes.
mouth. What the fuck?
Fuck.
Right? And then this kid, it's like and this is how you know she's fucking psychotic because she posts it on YouTube. She's so proud of herself. It's not for everyone, but we know it's right. No, it's not right. You're psychotic enough.
Keep it in your pants. Keep it at your house.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, even if you want to do that, it's borderline bad enough when I don't know about it.
Oh.
But now I know about it.
You know what? On the next, I'm going to create like a wackadoodle podcast section, like wackadoodle of the week. Like, who does this? And
Like the tanning chick.
Oh, well, the tanning chick's just mentally ill, you know? Like, I don't.
Totally.
The tanning chick, I don't, I'm not into commenting on her. Like, they commented on her on The View and stuff. I just, it's like when someone's mentally ill, it's sort of like poking what's the expression when you like pick on the easy target?
Kick them when they're down.
No, I don't think that's it. It's like an easy
Candy from a baby.
I don't know. Look,
Picking on an easy target.
yeah, picking on an easy target. Yeah, it's just like she's mentally ill. Like, obviously, if
You
she's
just think this other chick is just douchey.
yes,
She's just
I think she's capable
Right.
of changing her mind and like thinking rationally, and yet she's like putting food in her child's
How
mouth
much do
in
you
her
think
mouth.
she got for that article? Probably a lot.
I'm not sure.
Do they even pay? They'll just come out and like come to your house and like talk
Well,
about how weird you are.
I don't know if they pay. There's something called checkbook journalism where it's sort of like against the rules to pay your subjects.
payola.
But that's different. But yeah, the same sort of immoral vein. But yeah, I don't know if they paid her, but she might get subsequent, deals based on it. But she's as I said, a total fucking wackadoodle. And Time Magazine, I give them a lot of fucking credit just from a journalistic standpoint because that picture is brilliant. Like, it reminds me of when they, I don't know if it was Time who did this, but someone, maybe us, who cares, interviewed Roger Ebert and when he was ill and they took a close-up of his face. And they put it on the cover, and he's like,
disturbing.
Yeah, it was disturbing. And they asked Roger Ebert, what'd you think of the cover? Were you bothered that they did such a close-up? And he said, no, it's good journalism. I would never fault them for that, And he said, I'm not a pretty boy anymore, but I never really was. So I thought, yeah, it's good journalism, but it doesn't change the fact the mother's fucking insane.
Sensationalist, though, isn't it?
Well, sensationalist implies that you're sort of like lying, I think. No?
How important of an issue do you think it is?
No.
That it's on the cover of Time. Like,
Well-
I associate that with being like something that's like random, like moderately important.
I think that it's so important because there's a huge breastfeeding debate, and I also think
really?
there's like, yeah, and it's sort of grouped in with like all the parental issues. Like I'm not saying it's like an abortion issue, but there's so much like parenting stuff that's circling the news. So it's sort of like the breastfeeding advocates were really annoyed by this because they want to encourage breastfeeding, and so they felt that this cover deterred it. Like you see breastfeeding is unhealthy by using the most unhealthy version and thereby like convincing people against breastfeeding. Listen, do whatever you want with your tits. Like I really don't. I could not give less of a shit what you choose. Listen, you really think breastfeeding is what's going to make a child like? How many parents are fucking terrible? Like breastfeeding is the crux of every child's problem. Oh, your child is fucking throwing his shit everywhere because you didn't breastfeed him. That's the reason. That's the reason he's like profanity, like cursing at everyone who walks by.
You locked him under the bed for 4 years.
Yeah. It's because you fucking didn't whip your tit out and breastfeed him.
Yeah, that's a great point, but you didn't have to take your tit out to make it.
Yeah. No. I am not naked. All right. Thank you for joining us for this week's podcast.
It's been fun.
It has been. Thank you to my staff.
Yeah.
You have a staff.
The only time in my life I can say that. It's been wonderful. Go to thedishmaster.com every single day of your life. In fact, set it as your homepage. So every time you open your browser, you're at the Dishmaster.
TM. TM.